everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of Ask the Crown. I'm Elizabeth Seyfried, Miss United States 2014 and Miss World Americas 2015. I'm so excited to be introducing the 2015 class of Miss World America, who will be competing this summer in Washington, D.C. in July.
Hi everyone, my name is Jenna Mills, Miss Iowa World.
Tell us about where you're from and your family and your community.
I grew up in a very large Italian family, and I actually have a twin brother, Jared, and we were born on Valentine's Day. I grew up with 6 brothers, and I am the only girl. We were all very, very active growing up. We didn't have a lot of computer technology games, so what we did was actually go out and play outside. We spent a lot of time playing hot lava, tag, running around the neighborhood with a lot of the other children who lived in our neighborhood. My parents grew up in Bettendorf, Iowa, and I now have family in Davenport, Iowa. At the age of 23, my dad bought a boat harbor on the Mississippi River, and we still own that today. And that is a huge part of our family. I grew up swimming in the Mississippi River probably at the age of 2. I was still in diapers when they threw me into the river. And I grew up down on the docks helping people learn about boater safety, the boater basics, how to dock, how to take off. And then we also grew up water skiing and wakeboarding, building bonfires on the beach. So it was a lot of fun growing up there. My mom is actually a retired custom interior designer, now living in Florida with my grandma. And she is my rock. She is everything. I would not be the person I am today without her. She was diagnosed with a very, very serious rare bone cancer, 5 times, very aggressive. And without her love and support and her determination, I definitely would not have that, those qualities instilled in me. So she teaches me every single day to be happy with what I have in life and to go after my dreams. The community where I grew up is absolutely gorgeous. We have on the exterior of the city a beautiful bluff line with nature. There's little rabbits and raccoons, deer, and lots of trails that you can hike on. And then once you get to the top, it overlooks the city where you can see the weaving of the Mississippi River going in and out of our city. It is once named the top 10 community to live in the US, which was really exciting. And there also is really great educational systems as well as hospital systems there too.
Tell us something about yourself that no one else knows.
I had to think about this one for a little bit, but I think nobody really understands that I'm a horrible singer. And when I'm alone, I love to turn up Carrie Underwood on my radio and sing to her. She is one of my favorite country artists. So I love to sing in private. Definitely not even in the shower because I'm always scared that somebody can hear me outside the door. But that's something that I really enjoy doing.
Knowing what you know now, if you could write a letter to yourself when you were young, what would you say?
I think about this all the time. And when I was a freshman in high school, I wrote to my future self as a senior. And when I opened it up, I actually forgot that I had snuck some money into the envelope. So it was a really big surprise. But I think about this all the time. It's something that I think everybody thinks about. I would definitely tell myself to save money early and maybe start a retirement fund because it's never too early to start that. Don't get caught up in the media. Believe in your dreams and that you can really honestly do whatever you put your mind to. And the best things in life really are free. I've experienced this just from learning things from people of different walks of life, meeting people from all over the country and all over the world. And if you're scared, it's probably a good thing because you're putting yourself out there and nothing in this world comes easy. And I would also tell myself to cherish every moment with my grandfather. My grandpa Judd passed away a few winters ago, and he was a very big inspiration in my life. And I really wish that I would have been able to sit down with him and talk about how he got into investing businesses. He was a very, very wealthy man, but somebody who really didn't show it too much. We didn't actually find out until after he passed away that he was a hero in Confidential, because he would write all of these checks off to different charities. And we never knew about it until after he passed away and we were going through his finances with my grandmother. So I would love to sit down with him and have a conversation about how to be a successful business owner like he was.
Tell us about your Beauty with a Purpose project and how you selected it.
My Beauty with a Purpose project is to advocate for childhood obesity in correlation with childhood hunger. It is an astonishing evidence to me that babies are born this generation and expected to live shorter lives than their parents today. And today, it's 1 out of 3 children are considered to be obese, and 1 out of every 2 children are hungry. And it is something that we really need to take focus of, because these are the children that are going to lead our future. They're going to be our future lawyers, our doctors, our presidents, and our lawmakers. So if we can't help them learn at a very young adolescent age how to be healthy and how to find those healthy foods, then we are only doing ourselves a disservice. And it's the smallest things that we can do to make a huge difference, to make our world and our future a healthier place. And I am working with Michelle Obama's Let's Move campaign, as well as the No Kid Hungry Act. So with those correlating together, it is very important that we put our minds into our future and to create a healthy, happy place for the kids of our future.
Knowing that Miss World is a community ambassador, tell us why you should be Miss World America.
An ambassador is somebody who full-heartedly believes in what they are trying to advocate. My Beauty with a Purpose project is something I live and breathe with every day on and off the pageant stage. Again, this is an epidemic that's threatening the lives of our children. And as Miss World, I would like to advocate for the Let's Move campaign, as well as the No Kid Hungry organization, both that are fighting for the well-being of our future in America. I have a genuine personality that is relatable to all different persons in our world, different cultures, different walks of life. So I feel with the personal experiences that I've physically gone through and mentally have gone through, I can relate to a lot of different people, as well as having a mother who had battled cancer 5 different times and really taking a leadership role of my family at a really young age. I had to grow up very young, so having that maturity at a very young age is something that I think is a really great key role as a leader and as an ambassador. And I know that I have the due diligence and the fight for these children who cannot fight for themselves. I have a passion for helping others, and I believe that it was destiny from the big guy upstairs to give me the voice that I have to share with the rest of the world.
Tell us a fun fact.
Let's see. In the state of Iowa, there is a 7-day bicycle ride called RAGBRAI. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but if you haven't, check out on YouTube the different videos, because it is astonishing, the ride that it goes for 7 days, and it is a bicycle ride that goes for the length of 70 to 90 miles a day. And you set up camp every night and every evening. So I got to learn how to set up my tent that the very first day probably took me about 20 minutes to set up, to the very last day taking me about 5 minutes to set up. Not only that, but you really do get to learn so many different things about yourself because you're out there in the wild and pretty much all alone. You have to learn how to hydrate yourself and keep yourself fueled with food. But there are so many different people from all over the world. It's the largest registered bicycle ride in the world, consisting of about 20,000 people. And I met people of all ages. There was a couple that was 80 years old celebrating their wedding anniversary. And then I also met a family that had very, very young kids, about 5 and 8 years old. I met some people from Australia and also some people from London. So there's people from all different parts of our world. But the one thing that we had in common was our unity of riding bicycles together and just having a good time. It wasn't anything serious. It was just a 7-day bicycle ride to bring people from all over the world together.
Thank you so much to everyone who let us interview them on Ask the Crown, and thank you to everyone for watching. I'm so excited to meet all the women in Washington, D.C. in July who will be competing for Miss World America.